9 foods can worsen arthritis symptoms and make your joints even more painful. Find out which foods you should avoid if you suffer from arthritis. Some of them are so common in our diet that you will be surprised. But first, continue. If you don't want to miss any of the content on this channel and stay up to date with everything that can improve your quality of life, I advise you to click on the subscribe button and join this community towards a healthier life. Arthritis is the leading cause of disability in the United States. Surprisingly, most adults will have arthritis by the age of 60 and 5. Arthritis is a term used to describe more than 2 different conditions that cause inflammation in one or more joints. If you suffer from arthritis, it is crucial to maintain a balanced diet rich in fruits and vegetables, as well as foods that reduce inflammation such as whole grains, nuices, seeds, and fatty fish such as salmon. However, there are several foods that you should avoid to avoid worsening joint inflammation. In this video, we will cover new foods that you should stop consuming if you have arthritis. Before continuing, it is important to point out that all information presented here is impartially verified and reviewed by healthcare professionals. That said, let's start exploring the foods to avoid. First, gluten. If you have been diagnosed with arthritis, you may have changed your diet, as many doctors recommend avoiding certain foods that can intensify the symptoms of arthritis. Gluten, a protein found in wheat, rye and barley, and often added to processed foods and some medications, can be particularly harmful to those suffering from rheumatoid arthritis. Studies suggest that individuals with this condition should completely exclude gluten from their diet, which can cause inflammation in the body and trigger immunological reactions against other organs, exacerbating the symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis and increasing pain in the joints. Second, red and processed meats. Although it may seem that red meat does not affect arthritis, it is a significant source of saturated fats that raise cholesterol levels in the blood and can lead to heart disease, a condition that can aggravate arthritis. Red meat also contains carnitine, similar to proteins that can inflame joints. Consuming excessively processed meats, such as bacon, sausage, hot dogs, and ham, contain nitrates, preservatives that slow down the deterioration and discoloration of food. These nitrates can form carcinogenic compounds when heated. Studies show that the consumption of red meat is associated with an increased risk of developing osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and cardiovascular diseases. Furthermore, red meat contains high levels of muscle that can aggravate existing joint problems, increasing free muscle levels in the body. Third, the added sugars. Sugar is one of the most harmful foods for people with arthritis and can increase inflammation and worsen symptoms. Furthermore, it increases insulin resistance, potentially causing damage to joints if not controlled. Sugar also causes fluctuations in blood sugar levels that can lead to fatigue, changes in mood and headaches, common symptoms of arthritis. According to the Arthritis Foundation, I have been aware of people with arthritis reporting a history of high blood pressure or diabetes, conditions linked to chronic inflammation, as well as heart disease, cancer, and Alzheimer's disease. One of the easiest ways to reduce added sugar consumption is to read nutritional labels. The nutritional information table on food packages lists the total grams of sugar per serving. If a food contains more than 20 grams of sugar per serving or more than 10 grams of added sugar per serving, weigh it sometimes before consuming it. Fourth, the alcohol. People with arthritis often consume alcohol to alleviate pain and reduce stress, but this combination can be dangerous. Alcohol can interfere with the effectiveness of some arthritis medications and worsen symptoms. Furthermore, alcohol is a diuretic and can cause dehydration, which in turn can increase pain and stiffness in the joints. It also increases inflammation in the body, which can worsen the condition. There is even evidence that alcohol can cause more damage to the joints than it prevents. If you have arthritis, avoid drinking alcohol or limit your consumption. If you decide to drink, do it in moderation. A drink for women and men should be the maximum daily amount of alcohol and alone if it is part of a meal. Furthermore, drink a bottle of water with each alcoholic drink to reduce the speed at which your body absorbs the alcohol and keeps it hydrated, avoiding dehydration. Fifth, highly processed foods such as ready meals, instant pasta or canned soup are not healthy in general and can be particularly harmful if you have arthritis. Contains many additives that can irritate the lining of the digestive tract. Foods rich in sodium, such as fried porridge and chicken, can cause swelling and inflammation. But it's not just the amount of sodium that's problematic. It's also the speed with which your body absorbs it. Consuming foods rich in sodium tends to increase blood pressure. If blood pressure is high, there is more fluid circulating through the blood vessels, which can cause pain and stiffness in the joints. Sixth, foods rich in salt. Salt is essential for health as it helps regulate blood volume and pressure, the acid-base balance of the body, and allows muscle contraction. It also assists in digestion, nutrient absorption, and water balance. However, excess salt can cause hypertension, increasing the risk of heart disease and cerebrovascular accidents. High sodium intake is also associated with osteoporosis, which increases urinary calcium excretion, leading to loss of bone density. Seventh, certain vegetable acceptations. Vegetable oils are a common source of fat and calories in our diet, used for cooking and frying. Rich in saturated fats, they can increase low cholesterol levels, which can increase inflammation in the body and worsen the symptoms of arthritis. The main vegetable oils to avoid if you have arthritis are corn oil and safflower oil. Cornstarch is rich in omega-6 fatty acids that can promote inflammation. Avoid all corn products unless they are labeled as organic, as they generally contain genetically modified organisms that can trigger an immunological response causing inflammation. Safflower oil is another vegetable oil rich in omega-6 fatty acids and should be avoided. It can increase blood pressure and cholesterol levels and is rich in linoleic acid, an essential fatty acid that can irritate the gastrointestinal tract. Octavo, foods rich in advanced glycation final products. The final products of advanced glycation are molecules that are formed when sugar reacts with proteins. It can be formed in several ways, but the most common is through cooking at high temperatures, especially frying or roasting. It is also found in foods such as beef. Final advanced glycation products have been linked to problems such as arthritis, diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, and kidney failure. Although there is little evidence that these conditions cause these conditions alone, there are some studies on how final advanced glycation products affect the symptoms of arthritis and pain in the joints, making it difficult to determine whether avoiding foods rich in these products will help alleviate the symptoms. Noveno, dairy products. Although it is true that some people with arthritis can tolerate dairy products in moderation, many others find that they cause symptoms of inflammation and pain. If you have an inflammatory form of arthritis, such as rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis, it is best to avoid all dairy products. These types of arthritis are caused by an immune system that mistakenly attacks the healthy tissue of the joints. Consuming dairy products causes your body to produce more antibodies that attack healthy joint tissue. If you have osteoarthritis, the most common type of arthritis, there is no evidence that avoiding dairy helps reduce inflammation or alleviate pain. However, some people report relief from symptoms when they eliminate all animal proteins from their diet, including meat and fish, but no bones or fritters. Eating well does not mean following a strict diet. There are many healthy ways to eat if you have arthritis. A slightly healthier diet can help reduce inflammation. Here are some tips for making better food selections. First, cook with olive oil instead of butter or margarine. Butter and margarine contain trans fats that can increase inflammation in people with arthritis. Olive oil contains monounsaturated fats that help reduce inflammation in joints and lubricate them, keeping them pain-free and stiff. Second, choose fish rich in omega-3 fatty acids such as salmon, even cabbage at least twice a week, for their anti-inflammatory properties. It has also been demonstrated that omega-3 helps relieve joint pain in people who do not have rheumatoid arthritis. Third, use a steamer instead of herbing vegetables. The rising water adds heat to your home and increases stress in your joints. Cooking vegetables with steam keeps the heat outside your home, making it easier for you to cook without putting too much strain on your joints. You can also use a pressure press for many foods, such as frijoles or rice. Fourth, make sure you get enough vitamin D from foods like milk or fortified foods like orange juice or cereal bars. If you can't get enough vitamin D from these sources, talk to your doctor about taking supplements daily during the fall and spring when sunlight isn't strong enough. There is no doubt that our lives are affected when we have arthritis. We may find that we miss the opportunity to go to the market or do some of the things that make us happy, gardening or actively practicing sports. Therefore, it is good news that there are some dietary tips that you can follow to help reduce stiffness, pain, and inflammation associated with the condition. It just takes time to get used to new dietary changes when diagnosed. Did you like this video? Click on the like button and subscribe to our channel for more informative videos like this one. Thanks for seeing.